Hi and happy Wednesday. First of all, thank you so much for voting on my Train with Leanna Facebook page on whether you wanted a core or full body workout. That was really fun, so I can kind of see who's watching and what you want and deliver. So I'm a little flushed because after I trained my client at the reservoir this morning, my awesome new client who I'm so pumped about, she's so cool, I decided to do a training run around the reservoir. So this is what you get. Let's get started. So I have two groups of 3 exercises. The first one we're going to be doing a bench chest press, a bench hip up, and bench leg raises. You can do these on the floor. I'm just going to be using a bench so that you can better see. So let's start with the chest press. And you want to pick a set of dumbbells that you can do about 12 to 15 reps to start. And then as you get really good with the form and ready to push harder, go a little heavier, down to the 8 to 10 range, and as many as you can do in good form. So if you can do 10 but you're kind of like uneven and not feeling good, that's too heavy. But I want it's just like a little bit of what's it, the 3 bears Goldilocks, so just right. And so that just takes trial and error. And but anyway, enough blabber, let's get going. So 124 is when the workout starts. I'll put that on the description. So starting with the chest press, again, you can lay on the floor, or if you have a bench, lay back. I like to put my feet on the bench because when I'm down here, my back arches. So you want to make sure that you're able to push your back into the bench. The starting position is where your arms are straight from shoulder to elbow, parallel with the floor. You're going to push straight up and down. 2 seconds up, 4 seconds down. Okay. Last 5, 4, 3. Good. And then one thing to note is you want to push straight up. I don't want you to come in like a triangle, because that's associated with impingement in the shoulder. You want to, as if you had a flat bar pushing straight out. All right, next we have hip ups. And these can be done on the floor or also on the couch instead of a bench. And I like to put let me see if I can just scoot back a little bit. You can put a dumbbell across your hips or not. You can put a band around your legs that helps dig into the glutes a little bit more, or not. So we'll do 15 reps. Lift up. Really push through the heels. Squeeze your glutes tight at the top. Abs are active, drawing the belly button in towards the spine. I like to say every exercise is an ab exercise if it's done right. I always want to be connected with your core and move from there. And 15. Okay, I think I might have counted wrong. Last, we've got, abs, leg raises. This is targeting the lower abs. And if your back doesn't like these, you can do a reverse crunch instead. It's a little more gentle. So this, again, you can do on the floor. You can have your hands right under your hips or overhead. This is a little harder to keep your lower back pushing into the bench. I'll put them right here. Start with your legs straight up. Only lower your legs as far as you can go without your back popping up off the bench. Make sure that you draw your belly button in as you lift up instead of pushing it out. We want to train our abs in the direction we want them to go. Okay, and then if that was too much, you can do a reverse crunch or an alternating leg drop. That could be a little bit more gentle on your back. And if that was too easy, get yourself some ankle weights. All right, so that's the first circuit. Again, to start out, 12 to 15 reps, a weight where you're struggling, but you can get some good form all the way to about 12 to 15. And then over time, after a couple weeks, 8 to 10, and then you can go from there down even further. Okay, so you would repeat that at least one more time or 2 more times. You can start off with 2 sets and then move to 3. And then, like I said, after a couple weeks, you can go down to that 8 to 10 range. So, second circuit, we are gonna start with a 1-arm dumbbell row. And if you don't have a bench, you can do this standing in a staggered stance and pulling the shoulder up, blade in towards the spine and the elbow up towards the ceiling. If you do have a bench, go ahead and put your right knee and right hand on the bench to support. Make sure your back is flat and your hips are even. From there, you're going to pull your shoulder blade in towards your spine, elbow to the ceiling. Make sure that the elbow doesn't flare out. You want to keep it nice and close to your side. All right. We've got to make it even. We'll flip around. And again, if you're standing, you just flip to the other side. Go right here. Okay, flat back. Abs are working still. Make sure your shoulder stays pulled away from your ear. You don't want to shrug up like that. Keep breathing, rep after rep. These are great for improving your posture, working those back muscles. All right. Next we have step-ups. Now step-ups you can do holding dumbbells, or they're pretty challenging just body weight. So that's what I'm going to do since I just ran. And my head's going to probably pop up out of the picture. But I'm just going to have my hands on my hips. I'm going to put my foot up. Now ideally, you want a bench or a platform, definitely sturdy. Something that comes just below the knee is best, safest. But if it's a little bit higher and you're a little bit more advanced and have good knees, that's okay. So plant your foot, push through this front foot and this heel, come up, tap, and lower down. If you're holding dumbbells, you can just hold them at your side, or you can put them on your shoulders. Now I'm right-handed, so I'm always going to start with my left side. Now there are other circumstances such as injuries or other imbalances where we might switch that around. But in general, you want to start with your non-dominant side. Another note is that when you land on this one, soft. You don't want to thud down and jar your joints. You want to be totally in control of the move. Pushing through that heel that's on the bench, tap the toe, nice and soft. Because all the time, you're pushing through the foot that's on the bench. aiming for 2 seconds up and 4 seconds down. Three more. And one. Whew. Those legs get your heart pumping, and the circuit style also helps so that the workout's got a little cardio built into it. And the last move is going to be a side plank. Oh, and if you don't have a bench or anything to step up on, you can just do, make sure you tuck the hips under, open the chest, shoulders down. A static lunge, holding dumbbells at your side or up on your shoulders, making sure that you're not pitching forward. Do your best to keep your knee behind your toe and also in line with your toe, meaning I don't want you to be going out or in, right in line, and pushing through the front heel. Okay, last move is going to be a side plank. Now you can just hold the side plank if you want. Again, this can totally be done on the floor, and it's probably safer to do it on the floor. Please do it on the floor. Okay, I'm just up on the bench like I said, so you can hopefully see a little better. So I'm going to do with my knees. If you're on the floor, you can also have your feet on the floor and lift up, but I'm on my knees. And you can either hold, or you're going to extend your leg out straight and your arm, bring it in, out and in. Stretch it long, bring it in if you're doing this part. Great, 15. I'm gonna switch sides. Let's see, right here. Hips up. While you're doing this move, if you're doing the arm and the leg, you want to make sure that this hip's not dropping as you go through the set. You want a nice straight line here. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that's the second trio of exercises, and you'll go back and do at least one more time or two, 12 to 15 reps. So you go back to the dumbbell row and go right through. And I like you to take as little rest as possible. Like if you can just go boom, boom, boom through the exercises, and maybe after the third one, take 30 seconds, 60 seconds, but the more quickly you go through this, the more you're also going to get a cardio benefit. And that's what I love about circuits. So I hope you like this, and I hope you'll share it and comment below if you have any comments, such as I was also thinking about, instead of so much instruction through the circuits, doing a follow along where I just go through all the sets. So any ideas that you have for me, I'd love to keep putting out videos to help you achieve your fitness goals, maintain them, and just keep on taking it to the next level. Thanks again.